Hello everyone, it's your girl Kira. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how we need to stop performing for love and how to be loved for real. Like, for real this time. For a long time, I didn't realize I was performing for love. I was auditioning. I thought I was just trying. I thought I was being patient. I thought I was understanding, but I was auditioning. I was showing up overly available. I was over giving. I was over forgiving. I was overextending. And of course, over explaining. Because somewhere deep down, I believe if I loved hard enough, if I was calm enough, if I was supportive enough, if I didn't complain, if I didn't ask for too much, then I would finally be chosen. And you want to know what's the scary part? Most of us don't know that we are performing. We call it being a good woman, we call it being loyal, we call it being patient, but what we're really doing is trying to secure love that isn't secure in us. I used to ignore red flags in the talking stage. I used to feel anxiety in my body, that little voice that said something feels off. But instead of walking away, I leaned in harder, and then I'd convince myself, maybe he needs time, maybe I'm just overthinking, maybe if I show him I'm different. That is performance, and performance is exhausting because you're constantly monitoring yourself, you're constantly calculating your reasons, you're constantly calculating your reaction, constantly shrinking your standards, constantly trying to be easy to love. But real love doesn't require performance. Real love doesn't require you to dim your needs. It doesn't require you to chase clarity. It doesn't require you to prove your value. And I had to ask myself a very hard question. Why was I trying so hard to be chosen by someone who wasn't afraid to lose me? And that question broke something open in me. Because the truth is, when you didn't feel consistently chosen growing up, when love felt unpredictable, when affection felt conditional, you learned to perform. You learn to read moods. You learn to adjust. You learn to earn safety. But that survival skill does not belong in your adult relationships. And I had to unlearn that. And I had to learn that the right person doesn't need a show. They don't need a resume. They don't need convincing. They see your worth off top. The right man will not study you to see if you qualify. He will recognize you. You won't have to over-explain your feelings. You won't have to beg for reassurance. You won't have to compete with confusion. Your nervous system will calm down, and you won't feel like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because when you're being loved for real, you feel safe, you feel prioritized, you feel spoken of well, you feel cared for, you feel secure, and you feel considered. And that was the shift for me. Instead of asking, how can I make him choose me? I started asking, why am I choosing someone who isn't choosing me? Instead of me trying to prove I was worthy, I started to protect my worth. Instead of performing softness, I practiced boundaries. Instead of chasing potential, I started honoring patterns. And here's what I realized. The moment you stop performing, some people will fall away because they benefited from your over effort. They like the version of you that overcompensated. They like the version of you that tolerated confusion. But the right person, they are attracted to authenticity, standards, to stability, to peace. So if you feel tired, if you feel like you're the one that's always giving more, if you feel like you're auditioning, just pause. Ask yourself, if I stop trying so hard, will this person still show up for me? If the answer scares you, that's your clarity. Stop performing for love and start being loved for real. Because the love meant for you will not require you to audition. And I had to learn that literally the hard way. I overextended myself in a recent past relationship, and that question really scared me because I got my clarity. I'm not with that person now. And yeah, just know that love, it'll require alignment. And when that love finds you, you won't feel like you're trying. You'll feel like you're home. I hope this video resonated with you all. I mean, I wanted to share this video because I went through something so similar where I was overextending myself for someone just so that I can fit into their bubble, to their life, and I thought it would make them love me more, like to say those words, and if I'm doing this, they will choose me, and I was completely wrong. So yeah, if this resonated with you all, comment down below, and if you made it to the end, leave a heart. This stuff ain't easy, but we are learning and we are growing, and we're not gonna keep shrinking ourselves for these low-end men. Okay, but yes, I will see y'all in the next video.